Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel, welcome back to my garage. You know from previous videos this four-wheel drive 2005 Toyota Tacoma, this is SR5 V6, has approximately 160,000 miles on the clock, and today it came back for a rear brake job. I was already in on the detail inspection. You see the remainings of the anti-seize nicely there. So here you got it. Hopefully we have plenty of time today to film the whole procedure. Let's start it. And despite the fact I just have been inside a couple weeks ago, I had it off and I cleaned everything, the drum doesn't wanna go, and I will show you how you remove it. In this situation, please do yourself a favor and don't think you will just put the screwdriver or pry bar around here and pry it off. You will damage that entire back. So we reviewed on this channel these, what was it, M12 times 1.5, I believe so. It's in the video. And what do? You basically push away this drum. So you screw them in. You will see how nicely these two bolts, it's an M12 socket, how nicely these two bolts will pop it off. When it wasn't serviced like that, you will literally hear the popping sign when the rust between the drum and the hub breaks loose. It will pop and it will go off. Here you go, you see, I needed a little help only and I have it off. This will be normally full of dust, but when I do these inspections I use the brake clean and clean all that dust off. So now you can see the reason. Look how extremely thin that brake shoe towards to the front of the vehicle is. I have a problem with lighting today a little bit, but look how thin it is. That was totally the last moment to go for it before it will break, because look how the ones on the back, how they are thick. So this is the reason why we do it, and let's go and continue. Now if you want to ever attempt this, I will give you good advice. It's pretty complicated system, so before you take it apart completely, take a few pictures with your phone maybe. You can see up here that main spring, then here is another spring, here another spring on the bottom, here is another spring hidden down there. So that was the reason for me to warn you, to try to warn you, because you might not remember exactly how it was all put together. And I personally do you see that adjusting wheel there, and that part which is allowing it to turn only one direction, it has that white mark. So I will pull on that piece of steel, flat steel, and I will start turning to that adjustment wheel. Can I show you the fret down there? Yeah, that's the fret. So I will make it as little as possible, which allows me easily remove this spring. Also, when you are putting it together, it's way easier when it's all done to the minimum. And that wheel normally is supposed to turn only one direction, which makes them bigger, so when they are getting worn you can adjust it. Listen for that clicking. Did you hear that? So that's making it bigger. If I want to go the opposite direction, make it slower, collapse them, I have to pull on this with this hook towards to me, and I will start actually rotating it the opposite direction. And that's the whole thing. Trust me, if you don't have perfect tools, it will help you to remove this spring easier. Now I have this special tool to grab that spring here and pull it off, you might need a needle nose pliers or something like that. So look at this. I should be able to pull it out. It will jump out. Look, the spring is free, and that's the beginning of removal this part. I have another special tool which is for the rear brakes. This is the small side and the large one. So to remove that entire shoe I need to remove this. So basically I need to apply this tool this side and turn it 90 degrees. So this little pin right in middle, right here, will be able to escape, and I will release the spring and so on. So look at that. I will push in, turn it 90, and I have in my hand this green part right here, the spring. I can push away this pin all the way through the back, and I will be able to remove this part. It's very slightly hanging right here, so I will just push it away. That was the problem. And carefully everything starts falling apart. That's why I said to you, make a mental picture or take a pictures of it, because now it's all going. And if you carefully continue on the bottom, you should be able to lower it and put it away. I will move the camcorder. Look how it's hanging down here. If you unhook this and this, voila, I have a first shoe for rebuild. What is always helpful is to stay organized. So I'm putting here on the left side this one shoe. I can see the details, and I can bring the new part next to it which is matching and start rebuilding this one. I am not happy with how clean it is. So after removing everything, I have the garbage can underneath it. And I can get rid of the dirt and dust and clean it a little bit more. I'm using this O'Reilly brake cleaner. It works pretty good. I can easily continue with the other side using the same tool, turning this at 90 degrees as we discussed it. What's wrong with it? Oh, again I catch with my finger that spring, that pin I can push to the back. It's right here, and look what we will get. Here are the parts nicely together. Let me zoom that so you can see what's happening under. And here, that part, you see it's also dirty, so ideally wear a respirator or mask. The last part what I will do, grab this and unhook. This is the parking brake cable, and the garbage can is back underneath the brake assembly, and I keep cleaning it. That's a part of the job, obviously, to clean it for the customer, for the future. Also to prevent breathing the brake dust, which is very toxic for the human body. This can is actually finished. Alright. So I really got most of out of it, and now I can keep cleaning. This is where we will be applying in the future the grease for those brake shoes, so everything better be nice and clean. Now, to avoid any squeaking in the future, we are using this synthetic brake and calipers grease. So small amounts, and these are the spots where it's being applied. They're kind of visible, but look at it, very small amounts. This is where the shoe, that new shoe, is rubbing on this surface. And the very last one, it's right here. this is the spot. I was probably putting my head in your way. This was the last spot right here, and this is the other ones. Boom, boom, and boom. So the bottom area is this, where the grease goes. Then we have this spot right here. I will get more on that brush. The next one is right here, and the last area where it wraps, it's right there.